All right, my people, welcome back to Gospel News. While I don't bust out as they talk to you now, they say that the insecurity inside Nigeria say don't worse to more than a day ever before. Insecurity worsens, make on see for screen here. I no be waiting, they go use mouth alone, they talk, oh, this country, I don't know where we're heading to. We're heading to abyss. Make it happen, oh. Insecurity worsens as terrorists invade Kaduna Mosque by worshippers during Friday prayers. I say, okay, oh, now good morning, Kaduna people. Hey, for inside mosque, now that one happened. And then for Abia State, they say Nigerian police bust baby factory in Abia, rescue 16 pregnant girls and the 8 babies. Now, wow, this thing, it be like say they come on with Anambra and Abia. They are the two most common states where they bust these baby factories. Enough is enough. And our brother, what they call this Dele Farotimi, will be lawyer for Nigeria. We go bring him in to come and speak to us on the matters arising and how he don't take see the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But we go in there very quickly, starting from the northern part of the country where they say that the insecurity now say don't worse past the way when we take the CM before. Now they say a resident of the community confirmed the attack, adding that the incident occurred around 2 p.m. on Friday. Now, they say gunmen believed to be the terror on Friday invaded a mosque and killed 2 worshippers during Friday prayers at Angua, Makere, Kwasekpasa community, Biringbari, local government area of Kaduna State. Now, they say that a resident of the community confirmed the attack, adding that the incident occurred around 2 p.m. on Friday. So that was just yesterday. Well, I know they finish. According to Daily Trust, Hudu Kwasa, a village leader, also corroborated the incident, saying that the bandits opened fire on the worshippers. He said the 2 worshippers with them were among other Muslims with the attack at the Jumat Mosque in Angwa Makera when the bandits opened fire on them and abducted others that yesterday, being Friday. The victims have been buried at Old Kuyelo Cemetery, he narrated. He claimed that people were in the second rakat of the Salat when they were attacked, forcing the survivors to flee for their lives. He claimed that the same bandit abducted about 9 persons a few days ago in Angwa Kanawa, a helmet in the Kwasakwasa area. He requested assistance from the relevant authorities, claiming that the bandits were ravaging the communities uncontested. So for this northern part of the country, if una no fit rise up and defend yourselves, they go finish all of una. Mona they call on security agencies until they go finish una. Since una no one get common sense. Say this country have left you people behind. Mona they wait for security agencies. They said this happened barely 24 hours after the bandit abducted over 287 students in the neighboring Chikun local government area of the state. The state government and the police command are yet to react to the mosque incident as the police public relations officer, ASP Mansi Hassan, couldn't be reached on the phone. He is also yet to reply to a text message sent to him for clarification. For this northern part of this country, I want to assure you today that these people will finish all of you as long as you continue to wait on the security agencies to come and be the people that will rescue you. Because our brother, what did they call it, UI Danjuma, I don't come and come talk and before, say, if you do not rise up, that they will take all of you one after the other, and that will be your story. Ngwame will listen to this lawyer, what they call Dele Faratomi, make a contact to us about this Tinubu's administration so far. Oh, yeah, talk to us, sir. Welcome to the program.
I've dreamt about. I'm going to be 56 years old this year. And in my entire lifetime, we've never been further away from the path to greatness than we are today. The future of Nigeria appears more bleak today than it has ever been in my entire lifetime. I'm a student of history too. And with the possible exception of the period during which Nigeria fought a civil war which is anything but civil, Nigeria has never been closer to the brink than it is today. So I am not very optimistic about the trajectory of my country.
Okay, so I would like to, deepen that a little bit. First of all, by saying, who and what circumstances will you hold responsible for that scenario that you have painted? And then later, I hope we get the time to talk about how do we get out of it. But first, who and what circumstances, Mr. Fortini, do you hold responsible for the scenario you've painted?
The first thing is that there are enough blames to go around. Each and every one of us are to blame to varying degrees. But the most important thing that is responsible for where we are today is the complete breakdown of the rule of law. Nigeria as it is today is not ruled by law. It is ruled by impunity. It is ruled by the will of men and not by any institution or state or by the laws. And we have copious laws on our books, so it's not for the absence of the law, it's not for an absence of courts, or it is for the absence of the fact that there is simply no rule of law in Nigeria. The first thing that must exist in a space before you can speak to either democracy or citizens is the presence of the rule of law in that space. We are in a country where I cannot expect to get justice in the courts because the courts are no longer interested in imposing or ensuring the rule of law. That principal loss, more than anything else, is responsible for where we are today. When you've looked beyond that, you then begin to look at the institutions of states. You look at the police, you look at the custom, you look at the army, you look at the courts. What you find is almost a complete and total failure of each and every one of these institutions to do what it was designed to do. If anything, the laws are observed more in breach, and you find that it is a function of how the person who is meant to administer laws but has become an administrator of impunity feels about licensing the powers of impunity to whoever they care, or exercising the powers of impunity in respect to whoever they equally care. So, in the absence of the rule of law, you have complete putrefaction of each and every one of what should be institutions of state. That is why we are where we are.
Interesting. So if you just pick one of the issues that you raised, Mr. Farotini, if you pick the issue of impunity, so we have a system, and I think this point has been well made, variously. I think there must be very few people in Nigeria who will compete, that claim of impunity. So I want to ask you, when you have a system that is, where we have so much impunity, like you have described, how do we break free of that impunity?
The first thing that...
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. If you recall, when you asked the question originally, I was quick to admit to the fact that we are all to blame.
Yes.
When I was in the university, we had this hymn that we would sing before we started any student action. We call it Aluta back then. We would say, Gbogbo wọn no law one bear, Gbogbo wọn no law one bear, Bí Nigeria ti ṣe bàjẹ́, Gbogbo wọn no law one bear. And then we will proceed to mention the names of...
Can you explain that in English? Translate.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
What it simply means is that they are all guilty, they are all complicit, and then we will begin to mention the names of those we consider the ruiners of Nigeria, who are mostly the military head of states and their civilian collaborators, because I went to university in the days of the military. However, in this age and time, the reality is that we are all to blame. There is no strata of the Nigerian society that is not complicit in the mess in which we have found ourselves. From the churches, to the mosques, to the professionals, from mechanics, to carpenters, to teachers, to journalists. Each and every one of the strata of society have become complicit in the mess that we have found ourselves in. And if we are to ever come out of this, we must, as a matter of necessity, make individual commitments to change for the better. It's not just about replacing the persons who sit in the offices of government. We, in our private spaces, have to come to the knowledge of the fact that you cannot build anything enduring on the back of the lies that we have told ourselves. We have built a country effectively on lies. The pastors tell lies from their pulpit. The imams tell lies from their pulpit. Nobody speaks truth to power because they are all looking to benefit from the system. So, if you say that what could we possibly do to change our lot, I am saying to you clearly that each and every one of us have to make a commitment to change.
If we leave this man here today, we no go rest or we no go sleep. He has a lot to talk about Nigeria. And all the ways when this man they talk. Now true, we them be you. Anyways, thank you, Mr. Dele Farotimi, for that in-depth analysis when you don't drop. Give us the right there. Thank you very much. And we walk inside Abia State now, where they say they don't produce baby for that place. So say no be small matter when it happen there. Every day now they hear different news. I don't know the time we'll go begin to hear good news from inside Nigeria. The Nigerian Police Abia State Command said it rescued 16 pregnant women and 8 children at a baby factory in Aba, Abia State. This Abia when our governor now done the repair. Now people still carry their bad belly they inside that place. May they make sure say they prosecute those women we be say then they carry out these nefarious activities. The Police Public Relations Officer PPRO SP Maureen Chinaka made this known in a statement made available to journalists in the state on Friday. Chinaka, who did not disclose the location of the baby factory in Aba, said the location was withheld to avoid compromising ongoing investigation. She said the police also arrested one Onyinyechi Okoro and Ekene Okezie, who were alleged operators of the baby factory. According to the statement, the rescued persons are Joy Matthew, Stella Okon, Bella Okon, and Edara Emmanuel. Others are Blessing Okon, Blessing Ede, Promise Akpan, Joy Edet, Josephine Asuku, and Glory John. Goodness Peter, Ifoma Ozemena, and Ozemena Keta, Victoria Robert, Blessed Monday, Victoria Liberty, and Anita Sunday were also rescued by the police. Among the 8 children rescued are 5 females, China Marvelous, Nancy Sunday, Marvelous Sunday, Martha Obong, and Deborah Ndifrete. 3 male children were among those rescued, which is a Praise Answer, Goodness Destiny, and Victor Aniebeti. Una don see am. Chinaka said the victims were rescued when the Rapid Response Squad RRS in Aba, using credible information, raided an alleged baby factory on March 7th. According to her, the rescued girls and children are kept by Mrs. Onyinyechi Okoro from Ihechiowa in Arochukwu local government area, from Arondi Uzogo in Idato local government area of Imo State. So person come from Imo State, come they run baby factory in Abia State. Now wow. The PPRO said that the discreet investigation were ongoing regarding the baby factory operations. She therefore urged the people to be security conscious and support the police activities by volunteering information on suspect and criminal activities. Chinaka said the police remained committed to protecting law-abiding citizens, adding that it would continue to ensure the safety of lives and properties of the residents of Ndiaba. And so they can't tell us so because of this kind of thing where they happen. I beg, anywhere when they see all these bad things they happen, make una still contact the police very quickly. Care, make them do their job there in rescuing lives and properties, even though their character no good. But we don't have options at the moment. May we go straight to another news. Stay tuned and share the video.